Happy Christmas in July, viewers. This is Sparkster1701, and this time around we're taking a look at this year's Hallmark keepsake ornament for the Transformers line. And as you can see, the 2018 ornament this year will be Starscream. Of course, this is a break from tradition, as in the previous few years it had went in a cycle of it would be an Autobot, then a Decepticon. And as last year's ornament was Soundwave, the expectations were that it would have been an Autobot. Presumably Bumblebee, especially given the fact that Bumblebee has a new movie coming out this year. But instead, they went with Starscream. This was probably more a Hasbro decision than Hallmark's, but let's take a look at it and let's see how does it compare standing next to its Generation 1 counterpart. Well, as you can see, he's not all that much smaller than his G1 counterpart. And very, very nicely detailed. Especially as the detailing here on the wings, let's bring him a little closer so that you can see it on the camera. The etchings in the wings are considerably more visible here on the Christmas ornament versus how they are on the G1 toy. They're just so lightly in there, you can barely tell that there is any markings on the wings, aside from the red stripe and the insignia. It's a problem with these vintage toys. Pieces pop off very easily. And of course, let's also take a look at it from the backside. We're going to have to lift the head the nose cone up a little bit here to keep that body piece still. As you can see, even on the backside, the detail is pretty good. Of course, they added on the ornament here an insignia, but of course that may not be present on this one. But what is obviously missing are the decals here on the red protrusions that are clearly visible here on the toy. And even as a nice added detail, take a look right here. Even has the connectors for the missile launchers on there. Some very nice attention to detail that these Hallmark ornaments have. I mean, they're not 100% perfect. And maybe as fans, we're probably a little picky about that. But I'd say it's a very, very nice, very good rendition of this classic toy. Let's turn him around. We'll put that back down so he looks normal. And of course, let's take a look since we have it here. We have the box that it came in. Right away, instead of going with the G1 logo, they just went with the standard Transformers logo that's kind of coming around. It's being used more often now. Which, that works. I would have still preferred the G1 logo, but that still works. Just looking at the box, you can tell automatically he's Generation 1 material. And of course, on the sides, we just got keepsake. Oh, upside down. Keepsake. The top has the year of release, 2018. Down here on the bottom, we got the barcode, of course. Hasbro trademark, and then down here in the corner you have $16 in America, $20 in Canada. And of course we get a little biography, we got brief information here on the back, just talks about a keepsake in general. A keepsake is much more than an ornament. It's a little work of art created by a real person with a real passion to tell a big story. From the people and things you love, to memories of the past, to the anticipation of something new. Your keepsake honors and celebrates everything that makes the holidays special. Joy, togetherness, family, and friends. When you hang a keepsake, you're hanging the story of you. Happy hanging. Of course, it doesn't list any information about the artist on here, but this is kind of a nicer thing, as it does truly capture the spirit of a lot of the reason why we buy some of these silly Christmas ornaments for our trees. And especially for one like this, if you're like me, you were a fan of Transformers growing up as a child, or you're an adult collector just getting into them. But back in the day, Christmas was king for a lot of these toys, as that would be when we would get the good ones, the big toys. Those usually turned up at Christmas time, so there was always the anticipation of which new robots in disguise would be hiding under your tree, ready to join the ranks of who all you already had in your home. As I've stated before, I never had Starscream as a kid. I got the later version, the version 2, late in my childhood. So I never had this version. I never had any of the Decepticon planes actually growing up. So this will make a nice, fun thing to hang under the tree and symbolize my admiration and enjoyment for this hobby of collecting the Generation 1 Transformers. So that passage on the back of the ornament box definitely works for me. And as far as the ornament goes, I like it. I think it's a very good, very well done tribute to a classic toy, and even better, a well-remembered character from the series. And that concludes my review of the 2018 Hallmark Keepsake Ornament of Starscream. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already to join up in our ranks. And please also consider sharing your thoughts of this ornament in the comments section down below, as the ornament is now available at your local Hallmark stores. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.